What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Sleggy. Thanks for tuning in today. Now it's time to put your seatbelt on because this is going to be a long video. We're going to cover all the stuff from State of Play that I missed out before Jeff Keighley stands on stage and gives us a bucket load more of new gameplay and info and trailers and all the things from Summer Game Fest dropping tomorrow. Cannot wait to see what's in store. So without further ado, let's just kick off straight into it. Bear in mind that this State of Play was just focused on third-party titles as well as VR2 for the PlayStation. So Capcom kicking it off with Resident Evil 4 Remake coming next year. Resident Evil 4 Remake is probably the best in the series. When we go 5, 6, it gets a bit 7, 8 obviously brought it back a bit, but we're going in the first-person view there. And my overall perception of remakes is I don't need them. A lot of people enjoy having remakes all the time, and on a personal note for myself, it's just like I don't need titles I've already played years ago just because the graphics look better. I don't need Last of Us remake. The Last of Us is fine. Leave it alone, Druckmann, and just make another fucking game. But obviously people are excited for Resident Evil 4. I enjoyed Resident Evil 2. I enjoyed Resident Evil 3 remake, even though 3 was a lot shorter. I'm a big Resident Evil fan as well, so they've done well with that. Then straight on to the VR section, we have Resident Evil Village in VR, so you get to experience Dimitrescu in VR again. I've never bought a VR in my life. I feel like VR is too early. We've already had version 1 for PlayStation, now they're on version 2. How many versions are they going to bring out? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, it just keeps going and going, and it's just like, nah, it's not. To me, it's looking good. I'll bear in mind, VR is looking good. I've never experienced it. A lot of people say that it's amazing, you should try it, but I've never experienced it. I think it's pricey, too pricey, if I'm honest. I'd rather just play a console or play on a PC. And I feel like it's so early in VR space, so to speak. It's still in infancy, but it is getting better, as you can tell by this VR footage from Resident Evil Village. Next up is No Man's Sky. Never played No Man's Sky, never will play No Man's Sky. Now you can play No Man's Sky in VR. There's nothing more to say than that, really. I have my space game. It's called Star Citizen, and it's been in development for over 10 years now, and I'm still waiting. That's another talk for another video, I believe. Then moving on to next VR title is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Retribution Chapter 2, I believe. I've watched a streamer play Resident Evil. I've watched a streamer play Walking Dead, and it does actually look fun as a VR. I feel like Walking Dead needs its own open world game, maybe created by Bend. They did so well with Days Gone. I feel like they could take that license and they could make a decent Walking Dead game out of it. Or the big developer I would pick would be Rockstar. I feel like they did amazing with GTA. They've done amazing with Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. I feel like they need to change the setting. You know, we've had the West, you've had the modern day. How about Apocalypse? You know, last in the VR space is the big Horizon Call of the Mountain, which does actually look very beautiful, I will admit. I'm still trying to get through Horizon 2. It's massive, it's huge. Like I say, I'm not a big VR fan. It's not sold me. They do look amazing, these environments and everything, but I'm just not sold on it. I feel like it's too early in its infancy right now, and we're just going to see iteration after iteration, and I'll just wait till it gets like amazing, like Ready Player One style amazing, before I even consider jumping into the VR space. But yeah, Horizon Call of the Mountain. There also comes a free update that is already out now for Horizon Forbidden West, which adds in things like new game plus, transmog system, new performance. The performance is looking good from videos that I've already seen. Be able to customize your outfits, reset your skills, ultra hard difficulty. I don't know why you need an ultra hard difficulty, but it's there. New game plus, obviously, with all the gear that you required on your first playthrough. I think one playthrough is fine for those Forbidden West enthusiasts. It's there for you to try out. Saw a lot of people complaining about the shimmering in the background. I have seen it while I've been playing it, so I'm glad they're addressing that kind of performance. Next comes Roller Dome, which is a single-player third-person action shooter that seamlessly blends high-octane combat with fluid motion to create an action experience like no other. I like the art style of this. I think it looks kind of cool. It's kind of Thunderdome meets Max Payne in this first-person shooter kind of vibe. Running Man. I think I've seen it in movies as well, like Roller Dome. I think I've seen something along the same kind of lines. Not to this degree of violence, but I've certainly seen something similar. It's quirky. It's got heart. It's got ambition. It's certainly got a different vibe going for it. Roller Drome, coming out in August. Next up is Street Fighter 6. Now we saw that Ryu, I call him Ryu, or I have for years, but Ryu is like chunky as fuck. Chun-Li just looks like Chun-Li still, and then there's a few other characters that we see. I don't know who these are. I don't play fighting games anymore. I'm kind of done with the fighting scene. I was more Tekken than Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. They were my fighting games. I don't understand the box men. Like, why have they got boxes on their head? They're also having like a single player campaign, so you'd be able to go around. It's kind of like Def Jam. Single player campaign of going around and beating up people. And it seems like they're trying to obviously innovate on this. And if you want to get the full Chun-Li experience, I suggest you go and watch Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, where we actually get an opportunity to witness her two big accomplishments. It's the only way to experience Street Fighter, in my honest opinion. When it comes to the style of the way the combat is and everything here, it's like they have been watching Bob Ross on Twitch way too much.
Whack that off real good. Just beat it like it owes you money.
And you see the color palettes of paint just fucking going everywhere. I would have thought they'd show you more of a rogue gallery of characters. We've just got 4 characters here. Where's the rest? Where's Dalsim? Where's Blanca? Where are they? Zangief, Bison. Maybe they're going to showcase more characters at Game Fest. But yeah, Street Fighter 6 with a new lick of paint. Literally. Next up is Stray. I've already covered this on my channel if you want to go and check the full video out. It's based around the cats of 2 ex-Ubisoft developers. It's a third-person adventure game with open-world elements, and it focuses on atmosphere, exploration, and art. You control a stray cat who falls into a world populated by robots, and the adventure is to return to your family. You've got to solve puzzles to progress the narrative, including moving obstacles, traversing platforms. You're also accompanied by a drone called B12 who can assist in translating the language of the robots and storing items for you as well in the world. Very interesting concept of putting you in the body of a 4-legged feline in this cyber-punky world. It's due to release in July of this year, so not that long now. And last on the list is the big one for a lot of fantasy fans, Final Fantasy fans, that is. That's right, it's Final Fantasy 16, the upcoming action role-playing game developed and published by Square Enix. 16th game in the main line. I've never played Final Fantasy ever. I used to have a guy at school that I knew and he loved Final Fantasy. I've never played it. It's never appealed to me. It's scheduled to release for the PS5 in the summer of 2023. The combat style looks very Devil May Cry-esque, but I don't like the numbers all over the top of the heads. The combat looks okay. I don't know what more to say about Final Fantasy. It's just never been... I've always known it's existed, but I've never dived into Final Fantasy ever. And to be honest, I don't intend to. It's just not for me. It's one of those games where I like the look of it, but I feel like I'd be overwhelmed by it in a sense. And I have seen a few people play it and I'm not sold. It just doesn't, I'm not sold by it. I've never been sold by it. This whole, like, there are menu systems of casting stuff and doing moves and stuff. It used to be like you do a move, they do a move, or something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long. 16. You're on 16 now. Jesus. Clearly doing well. There also was an update for Tunic, I believe. So if you're a fan of Tunic, I think there's something for you there. Obviously, Spider-Man was announced for PC and Callisto Protocol trailer was shown, but I've already covered those in 2 separate videos if you want to go check those out as well. But other than that, that's it for the video. It's a very long one, I know. I want to thank you for watching if you watched all this. I'm trying to experiment with short form as well as long form content to see if it appeals to different audiences or how it performs. Thanks for the support as always, and welcome to the new subscribers. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please support it with a like. It helps out me and helps out the channel, and I wouldn't ask you otherwise. Subscribe for more upcoming games. There's going to be loads more games to talk about after tomorrow, not to mention that we have the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on the 12th as well. So more stuff on that, even though a lot of Xbox stuff is delayed now till next year. There's still going to show a lot of stuff off, even if it's not coming anytime soon in the pipeline. So You'll find social links down below if you want to support in that space. Hit that notification bell, and as always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.